Okay, here we go. So your objective says I can construct segments and midpoints. That's the goal for today. We may not get the midpoints, but if not, we'll get to that tomorrow. Okay, everyone's looking up here. We don't have phones out. Okay, so I did say, I'll say it again, announcement, you want to check Skyward for your grades any given time. I will try to give you updated little project report papers, but you can do it on your own. Okay. If you did not turn in 1-1 reteaching from Friday or from Monday, practice notation, that's in Skyward now, so you want to make sure those are turned in. And if I give it back to you, you can fix it. Okay, again, if you get a 1 on an assignment, it's missing, anything below 80, I'll give it back to you, fix it, turn it back in. Anything below passing, I should say, you can bring it up to an 80. Warm up, okay, so you should have been using your compass to try to draw some circles. I saw some creative stuff. Some people were drawing Mickey Mouse. That's cool. Let's see here. So when you are using a compass, okay, let me tell you how people do it wrong, okay? I know this is called a compass. It's not the one that tells you direction, but it's also called a compass, okay? Now, think about it. When you write with your pencil, how many of y'all write literally straight up and down? Like literally straight up and down. I don't know anybody. Show me. Literally straight up and down. You write with a pencil. No, no, you have a little angle to it, right? I would be very impressed if someone was literally straight up and down going. Okay, so here's the deal. When you're doing the compass, don't do it straight up and down. That's not how you write, and that's not the best way to do it. Let me tell you, when you try to do this up and down, it puts pressure on the pencil, and if you move the pencil, or if it moves the compass, it's going to mess up your circle, okay? You're going to end up with a circle that looks like this, where it's like, that doesn't connect. Okay, so again, it's all about, you like rhymes? Little rhyme, okay? When you do this, you use one hand. You hold it, I call this the pointy part. You hold it tight on the pointy part and light on the pencil part. Okay, that's it. If you keep the pencil light and the other side tight, then you're good. Okay, that's how you use it. And you should bend into it. Okay, notice how I did that. Let me show you again. Okay. When I did it, do you see how I'm kind of bending into it? Okay, making nice light arcs. Okay, now back in the day, we had not me, but before me, there was chalkboards, right? So I have a really big compass right here. Okay, this was used on a chalkboard. So check it out. Everyone looking. If you try to do it straight up and down, that causes pressure. You want to lean into it and go in a circle. Okay, check it out. Lean, go in a circle. That's how you do it. You hold it tight on one side, light on the other side. All right, I've said it. That's how you do it. Let's do this packet together. Does everyone have a compass with a pencil in their hand? And you should have a ruler. Now today we are calling this thing a straight edge. We are not measuring with the ruler today. That was yesterday. Yesterday's gone. You're only using your ruler today to make lines. Do not measure in centimeters today. Do not measure in inches today. There is no measuring with the ruler today. Okay? So, let me turn off the lights. Everyone finish their warm-up, right? You drew a circle or two. And... What? There you go. Just try to hold it correctly. All right. Here we go. At the top of this page, it says, all right, it says, a blank is a geometric drawing that uses a limited set of tools, usually a compass and a straight edge. So, it's the title of this worksheet, and it's what we're doing today. It is a construction. a construction. So again, a construction is a geometric drawing that uses a limited set of tools. Okay, all that stuff at the top there. So to copy a segment, our first step, it says, is to do what? Draw a segment. Okay, so if you draw a segment, then your second step is to what? What does it say? Don't do it yet. We're just going over it. But it does say measure. Now, real quick, you're not measuring with centimeters or inches. You're measuring with this tool that's called a compass. Okay, and what you do is you measure the pointy point to the pencil point, like this. That's what measuring means when you're doing constructions. Okay. Your last step is to go to that line you drew, and then you make an arc with your compass. Okay. So let's do it together down here in this space. It says do the construction above in the space provided. First step is to draw a segment. So everybody, put a point, and then draw a segment that's longer than AB. Doesn't have to be super long, but it does need to be longer than AB up here. Okay. Okay. Second step is you need to measure the segment. Everybody, everyone has a good working compass? I want you to put the pointy point on A and put the pencil point on B. This distance you need to do this problem. So you can see it on the board. Now what you want to do is don't mess this up. So when you pick it up, it needs to stay the same length. And you're going to go down to that end point that you put. Hold it tight here. Draw it light here. Okay, like I said, you can either rotate your paper or lightly make an arc. Okay. Does everyone see that I have a arc, and this distance is the same as AB? That was our first step. You draw a line. And then second step, measure. Third step, mark it. And this is the same as AB. Okay, they wanted to call it CD. That's fine. Let's try it at the bottom. Again, if you didn't catch it on the first time, try it the second time. What's my first step? Draw a segment, right? Oh, did you finish the quiz? Oh, if you don't mind doing that first, just because I need to catch that. So go ahead on down here, go ahead and draw a long segment. Okay, after I draw a long segment, what's my second step? What do I do? Measure, meaning with your compass, put your pointy point on A, put your pencil point on B. So you can see that that is a measurement. Then I don't change it. I bring it down here to this endpoint. And then I lightly make my arc. Lightly. All right. And now this point from here to that intersection is the same as AB above it. Could you do that? Let's see. So flip it over. Now, I want you to do 1, 2, and 3, but be careful. Number 1 is asking you not for what? What two letters? The one in the middle, CD, right? Hold on. Number 2. What's weird about number 2? Adding. So what you want to do is make a long line, and you're just putting them literally right next to each other. A, B, E, F. Literally touching right next to each other. Okay? And then on number 3, 2 CD means CD and CD right next to each other. Okay. Try 1, 2, and 3, and I'll help you out. That's for sure. All right. So on number 1, I think everyone has been able to draw a segment. measuring CD, you put the pointy point and then the pencil point, measure it like that, and then come down here, make your mark, and that is CD, right? Now, for number 2, if you didn't get it, or if you're not sure, or even if you think you got it, I want to make sure that you got what I got, so check it out. So we have a long line. Now, AB, I know y'all can measure AB. Pointy point to pencil point, A to B, and then bring it down here, and you make your mark. Now, when it says plus EF, you need to measure EF over here from E to F. Now, where do I put EF? If you're adding it, it goes right at the end. So right where you've made that last mark, put your pointy point, and then make your mark lightly over there. So what was this? This was AB to EF, adding them up, okay? Okay, last one here on that section is 2CD. So once again, you're going to make a long straight line. Okay, and I need to measure CD, pointy point to pencil point. I'm going to come down to that line I made, put my pointy point on the end, mark on there. And if it's 2, then you're going to do it again from the mark you just made. You'll see how that's CD and CD, a total of 2 CDs. That's what 2 CD is. From CD to CD. So, could you copy a segment? Okay, well, you need to on the next one. So the next one says construct an equilateral triangle, and this involves copying a segment, okay? So y'all can do this with me. So everybody, is everyone following along on the equilateral triangle? So I'm going to take this segment up here, and I need to copy it. We literally just did this, so hopefully you didn't forget just what we just did. But if I'm going to copy that segment, first step is to draw yourself a line down here. Okay. What was the second step? Measure that segment, pointy point to pencil point. And then I want to mark it down here, right? All right, step 1, done. Now, here's the deal. You don't have to change your compass, okay? But what I'm trying to make is an equilateral triangle, and I want something like this. Y'all see this like looking X looking thing, but it's like curvy X? That's what you're gonna do, okay? So I'm gonna do it going downwards. Okay, let's check it out. Put your pointy point at the end where you just had that intersection, and you can kind of make an arc below. And then you put your pointy point at the other end point and drag your pencil and make an arc below again. Do you see how you have an X looking, a curved X? That intersection point is going to help you make an equilateral triangle to here and to here. So you just take your compass on one end point, make a mark, and go to the other end point, make a mark. Yeah. Last step, you need to make the triangle. So connect that intersection to the first intersection. draw that intersection to the original endpoint. I should see what looks like a nice triangle, equilateral, and I have to see these marks, okay? It's easy to tell if you actually did it right or not, okay? If you put random marks, I'm gonna tell, okay? You can't really replicate these curves. They're all curves. Try number one. Try to do it on number one using that length. Copy the length and make an equilateral triangle. Okay? What?
Do it again.
Yeah, try to get on number one.
All right, there.
So you copied it. And you hear it. Oh, this is it. That's kind of messy up. Really light. So what you do is you make a mark over here. Over here. Let me see if I can type this up for you. You gotta be really careful with this finger line. You like, see how it's moving? If I push you down, if it moves while you're doing an arc, it's gonna give you the wrong. Oh yeah. But anything, either you change this or because it's kind of loose, maybe the harder you press into it, the more it moves, the more it messes up your. It kind of looks a little lopsided, but that's because you want to do it. All that means.
Oh,
So that's what the point should have been. Right. Close.
damn.
As long as I see the red marks, I'll know what you mean. This arc, that is a whole mark, not an arc. I can look for arc. Good. Questions? All right, here's me doing number one. So I measure number one from pointing point to pencil point. I come down here and I make my mark. And then lightly, I can make an X at the top. And I can connect those. Does everyone see that I'm looking for these arcs, these arc marks? And then real quick, number two. Good. Yeah, if you finish one, try two. Two, one, measure it like that. Come over here.